So, 1.5 pieces, I guess. To be true, by those we hold to be known, and to have another self held up to the glow, through which one might see an unlikely likeness, and so be of two minds about the divide between. It's about time in a tide land of seeming and solids, bone-soaked, lung-sodden, watery graves thus denied of driftwood, sun-bleached. We make pleas to the sky and the sands, calling single-engine shining stars to fall for the sake of imagined heavens. Corked and bottled, our messages sent on to brave lives at sea, cast away and dying on such vines as those that lie just outside of the brevity of this, our lithe arm's reach. Here's to a night of forgettable dreams. Underneath the impenetrable wheel of sky, sanctimony sent to farther fields, to feign a watery way among cactus spines and lungs of white stone, while love flung and vanished to its perspective turns the collar up to burn behind a hide of close-knit coat. And oh, little seed, this just our season. The earth, she is cold, and there is so little soil in the chasms between these shattered pieces of pavement we roses need. How I envy all those garish dandelions, so bright in the midst of any old neglected gardenscape. There are great things waiting in our genes, affectionate objects begging to be inspired by our blooms, ones who could look past the thorns to navigate our smooth stems, taking cuttings, not to vase and prison, but to graft and ever savor. Patience is no virtue, though they that say such are not thus deferred. There may be no future, but for now we rest in contact, and should one someday be gifted with the windfall of ultimate germination, let the other be comforted that not all who sink to fallow soils are lost. Damask. Both sides of your silk, my flag, my factory abandoned, you remind me of my practiced craft, an auburn angel, sanguine and light, streaming through cracked panes upon the cratered concrete of the cobweb-claimed castle I created so long ago, yet left to founder in a land without custodian. Storehouses looted, all the precious pottery broken, a shamble, shameful act of passive negligence. And look at you, standing there, sitting, legs crossed, in palest ruby and white blossom. All the reason one could ever need to spill blood or ink, and I awful, ever full of awe as clouds fall away from the sun on a Sunday unremarked. How remarkable your hair, still wet from shower, puts a fire to the dryness inherent in my tender heart. It sets me to mixing dyes, brushing rust from the horse's eyes, taking steam shovels to the rubble and writing the ruined spires of this, the only Babylon I've ever known as home.